It's me, Jazz Blake. That was my midsection. Welcome to my torso. No. Welcome to the Painter's Breakfast Show. See, I got it right this time. I didn't say all the extra stuff. Yeah, it's been good. It's been interesting, to say the least. I'm trying to currently work on a bunch of things. It's all up in the air on how these things go. Change it to our 8. There we go. Sexy filter. Alright. I should have got the little too. No. Definitely not that. Yeah, alright. That'll have to do. Hi. So, I have been mostly just working on everything. All types of art, all types of work. You name it, I've been doing it. And it's been interesting. Alright, made a cute little thing for it. I can set this up right here. So we can get this going. Here. Alright. Wait. There we go. Bienvenidos! Welcome to the Painter Files presents. I did it again. Painter Files presents Painter's Breakfast. Got the old standby, the Joe's green tea, and then a new one for those who love foods. I have oatmeal with granola and blackberries. Very, very delicious. I'm very excited about this. I'm not sure how me eating oatmeal is gonna sound on this, but we're just gonna go with it. And we're gonna find out together whether this was a good idea or a bad idea. Also, I'm not sure if it's gonna be kind of bitter, to be completely honest. I didn't add any sweeteners this time. That works. The granola and the berries kind of give it like a nice flavor. Robusto. I don't even know what to say right now. Hey, how's it going? So, let's get into the art stuff. We'll go on the art stuff first. So, my abuelo, my mother's father, turned 95 last week. He died a very long time ago. How's it going, man? It's good to see you. And when he was a car mechanic and like a driver, a driver for, he drove people around. And he had a green, like a lime green, like wheel wall Chevrolet 1950 vehicle. And then my dad's father, my other abuelo, he owned a taxi company and was a taxi driver. And he also worked on cars. They never met each other. But they had like this commonality about them. And from that, me being someone who was also mechanically inclined, I felt like a connection that I wanted to make a painting about. So I've been working on this piece recently that is like this Chevy, 1950s Chevy engine, basically. Big engine, like an engine block. So I've been working on this painting for about a day or so. And it's really beautiful. It's coming along quite well. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with it. Like there's this aspect of it where it's very, it's in like the very beginning stages. And you follow me on any social media, you'll see me kind of posting little bits and pieces about it. I'm still a little nervous sometimes about posting things online with all the whole like AI stealing stuff. So I've been a little reluctant to post like really professional photos of paintings and stuff. They don't on my website and like they don't really care from what I've seen from a lot of the AI filters like masking stuff that they did with like Linsa and stuff like that. Like they don't care for signatures on it, any of that stuff. Like it just gets scanned and then it gets put up and then it becomes like an art style, so to speak. And so that has been a bit worrying for me. So I've been trying to just figure out a way. I know a lot of artists I know have been feeling that way too, where we're like, if there's no protection, there's no copyrights, there's no nothing, for them to just grab stuff and then it belongs to that portion of the internet somehow until they make some legislation that stops it. There's a reluctance about it. But this isn't about AI. This is about my abuelos. So my they were just like these really nice guys. Like I never got to meet my mom's dad. He died when she was 20. They're in their 70s now. And oh no, he died when she was like a teenager. Yeah, that sounds right. And then my dad's dad died about I was probably like 16. I'm 40 now, so you do the math. Um, him I knew really well. He was like super tall and skinny. He had a really deep voice, and he spoke with like such a kindness to him. A really wonderful guy. And yeah, so I wanted to do something that kind of honors both of them. I found myself like thinking about painting engines a couple of times, which I don't know why it came about. Like I remember I did some paintings maybe like a decade ago. I did like a Gundam or something for something. I don't remember what it was for. Uh, and someone came up to me and said, "Wow, this is really cool. You did like this whole very straight lines and etc. But this is surprising because this isn't really what you do." You really came out of your comfort level. And like I took that the wrong way. Significantly took that the wrong way. Which I'm sure they didn't mean it that way, but I took it the wrong way. And so I'm realizing mid bite is probably the wrong time to start telling a story. Um, and so it kind of set me on this idea of like, well, what would I say falls under something that I actually do, that I do and I work on, and I wasn't really sure exactly. So I went back to all my like animals and my people and food and their words and colors and patterns and all that stuff. And I was like, I can figure this out. And so, yeah, it just kind of it's something that's come to me for a while now, and I haven't really put it down. This is partially because I've had all these other projects and commissions and stuff that I've been working on. So working on stuff for myself has been put slightly to the side, which is always awkward and weird. I remember being like in art school and like doing all these projects that I had to do and not working on my own work for a while and getting really depressed about it because I was like, I'm not being like creative, I'm not doing my stuff like I used to and all that stuff. It's very dramatic. Like your boy was a little dramatic back then. Probably still is. So from that, I've kind of realized that I do have to take breaks from the professional work and do some stuff that's just, good for the soul, You gotta give yourself like those moments that you just do something that's nice. So a lot of times after I do like commission work, I'll do something either abstract or just fun to paint that I can just kind of play with. And it's either just for me or, maybe I share it, maybe I don't. But it feels very, I guess, very connected in a way. And then naturally, in between that, if I'm really starting to kind of feel overwhelmed and overworked, I'll play like video games or something like that, or I'll play on the Switch, or I'll get on the Xbox or the PlayStation or something. I think currently I'm just kind of vegging out in between paintings on like Ghost of Tsushima, which is like a samurai game on the PlayStation. We are a video game household here. It's just fun, you gotta figure out like whatever brings you peace, like work towards that, Keep those things as like little rewards. Because like I've worked all my life so that I can be busy, You work super hard so you can be efficient and effective and so on and so forth. But, you can be too efficient. You can be too effective. You can be too streamlined. And after that, you need to figure out a way to kind of allow yourself to explore inside, Do those projects that like not everybody's gonna get. Like that's been a big thing that I've been trying to do for the last couple of years. Figuring out how to make projects and paintings that are really fun, but also sometimes just for me. It's so easy to try and get into that like weird cycle where like you only make stuff so you can either sell it or you can have shows for it or you can make books for it or you can it's very presentational. But it's just not fun after a while. I think the biggest issue a lot of the social media stuff goes on with is that, you're expected to like keep making stuff on a daily basis. Churn out things and pop things out and post things and do all this stuff. And the theory is like, with that you end up with more views, you end up with more interaction, all that stuff. But like, you will burn out eventually. To only make art to get like responses typically just doesn't work. That's not how most people use social media anyways. So hello YouTube. Um so you have to kind of figure out in a way how to make and create art that is fulfilling, via it be your professional stuff or your fun stuff or whatever. So that's where I am. Like I said, working on the two pieces for my abuelos. I feel really good about that. I feel like when it's done, I might frame it and put it up in my studio. Which I'm kind of trying to figure out ways to make stuff for my new studio. So when we sell the condo and we move to the gorgeous new place that we want to move into, that we want to own, that we're yet to find, then that'll be cool. I have like this. So let me paint you a picture. No pun intended. So I imagine like one wall is gonna be like grid wall, and from that I can hang all my like little bits and pieces, brushes, the paint, all the tools. I want like a roller so I can pull paper and then cut it to whatever length I want it to be. I don't have to like lay it on the ground and then cut it. I'm a scholar and a gentleman. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Always happy. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it, actually. It is nice to actually talk to a person as opposed to, people will see this later type of thing. Let me see. Studio wise, what else I say? So we got the puller paper, a cutter. When I get like a table, like a big table, so I can do a lot of my kind of crafting stuff I need to do. In a perfect world, I will have like molds and stuff, so I can make some of the 3D work I want to do. I'm excited about the 3D stuff. I'm not really sure how it's going to come out eventually. They have maker spaces around here, which for those who don't know, maker spaces are you can make like a digital piece, so like a 3D model with CAD. And then they will 3D print it for you. So for years I've been wanting to do this piggy bank. I think I'm going to do it this year. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. I'm just very thirsty today. Yeah, I'm excited about it though. I'm excited about the ideas that are coming through. I want it all to be kind of like green. Like if it could be like this green, that would be great. Like a green studio. I think just green, like white and green type of thing. So, yeah, it's my big plan. My big plan for the day is I'm going to promote the podcast that came out on Friday. I'm going to work on the engine painting for the Abuelos. And I'm going to write down some stuff and do stuff. Let's see what we say. Yeah, 3D, that should be killer direction for you. I think so. Honestly, I think it'll be really fun to kind of do some of those. I think like little stuff that people can put up somewhere And then functional art is like really interesting. When I was a little kid, my mom brought me back this piggy bank made out of clay of a what was it? Of a llama from Mexico. And I used to always Oh, you didn't know about the podcast? Oh yeah. Painter Files. The Painter Files podcast. I'm on everything. I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spotify, I'm on all the other ones that sound make believe. Painter Pod Pod Fantastic. I don't know what these other ones are called. Um, Casterly and they all got weird names. But yeah, Painter Files podcast. Um, yeah, so I've got those. Um, I don't know though. I think yeah. So yeah, so this piggy bank from Mexico. It was this like very cool like llama, and it had like a little slot where you put pennies in, and a little rubber thing at the bottom, and it did all that stuff. And I remember it was like painted, and I loved it. I broke it eventually because child, but I think I broke the. Oh, cool, Spotify. Yeah, the Spotify one's cool. Um, I think like the leg broke off first, and then like the rest of it kind of started to go. I think I like tried to like take like Scotch tape, and tape it around the leg, so it's just kind of like sitting there. It did not work, not at all. I'm wondering if I have one of them. I think I can find. I have like a wooden one of it, but not the clay one, obviously, because the clay one broke into a million pieces. Ah, here we go. So, I've had this my whole life. This is Pepe. I've had Pepe my whole life. He's just made out of wood. He's carved, and he's got cat hair on him. And he was there we go. And he was given to me by my mom when I was very little, and I just thought it was great. Yeah, no, they break real easy. They break like incredibly easy. The clay ones did. But I've always wanted to do something like that. I wanted to do like a gorilla one with like a skull stomach uh, in blue with like resin. So, some point in time, keep your eyes peeled. It will happen. You'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about all of it. I think it's going to be interesting. And I'm excited about the painting. I think the painting's going to be fun too. Um, I'm just working on it. I mean, that's all you can do. All you can do is kind of just work on it, give yourself the time to work on it. Don't rush yourself. Be at peace with all those things that make you nervous about making stuff or being stuff or putting yourself out there. You don't have to be a painter, just life. Putting yourself out there in life. So, I have talked your ear off for about 20 minutes. I'm going to let you go and do your thing. I got to go do stuff too. And I appreciate you. You're wonderful. And I love you very much. So, be good to yourselves. I will see you next week, this time. And ciao. Painter out. Bye. You're still here? Oh man, that's amazing. No, it's always good to see all of you. You make me happy. I love you. Painter out. Ciao.